Coming to you from Starr Studios in Calvert, Texas, this is Coffee with a Sign Painter, a podcast hosted by me, sign painter Sean Starr. Our groovy intro music was written and recorded for this show by Fergal Lawler of the Cranberries. Thanks, Fergal. Well, welcome to Coffee with a Sign Painter. Welcome back to Coffee with a Sign Painter to those of you that have loyally stayed listening. I appreciate that. As any of you know who have followed my social media stuff, lots and lots of changes over the last couple of years, some unexpected twists and turns, and that was in a combination of my personal life as well as my business life. And so got overwhelmed and decided that something had to give, and the podcast was unfortunately the thing that had to give. But kind of have things settled in now and feel like I can devote the time and attention it deserves to actually create decent content again. So have decided to give it another shot, put out some more stuff. I've been reaching out to some other sign painters to see if they're interested, people that I had either tried or had hoped to get on the show first go around, that because of scheduling conflicts or other things just never worked out. But in the meantime, I mean, there's no time like the present, so I'm just diving in. And, considering the game-changing year that 2020 was for the entire planet, I figured this would be a good place to start, and kind of a interesting footing to start on of, as we all enter into whatever our world will become from this point, and how that affects all of us as artists as well as business operators, I think is a pretty interesting thing to look at. For those of us that have been doing this a long, long time, we've worked through peaks and valleys of all kinds with economies and changes and all that, but this is definitely new territory that no one's ever seen before. But it'll be interesting, and it'll be interesting to get other people on the show and get their perspective as well as what they're experiencing in their part of the world. So just as a catch-up, purchased an old historic building in this little tiny town in central Texas. Town's called Calvert. The building was built in 1869 by a French guy who came over here and opened up a variety of things in this building and built a opera house out back of the building, which is no longer there, but it was out back. That I guess this town, when it was built, was pretty happening joint, and attracted regular visitors from New York City, and that's how they ended up, I guess, with two opera houses. And these traveling operas from New York would come down here and play for the people in the 1800s, when this town was really a thing. And then later, I'm not sure what decade it was, but Belle's Starr, the Old West gangster lady that her and her people robbed banks and stuff, I guess, they were regulars here in this town because from what I read, her uncle, I believe, lived here and had a store here on Main Street right near us, and they were always down here, her and her gang, and that's just old folklore stuff probably, but still interesting, especially since her last name was Starr. I thought that was cool. And what else? Yeah, so we came down kind of like really intent on creating something new and exciting here, and got things rolling and renovated the building and all of that good stuff. And then 2020 hit and changed everything, and but we're still going. And let's see. Back in 2000, let's see, that would be 19 this time of year, in March. I went to Nepal for the first time. That was an incredible experience. I was invited by a photojournalist friend of mine, Scott Brown, to go out there and, among other things, ride motorcycles through the Himalayas, and we delivered these water filtration systems to these remote villages, and so that was a really cool thing that then led to, when I got back from that trip, I had lunch with Daniel Dryansky and Sarah Reyes, who have a company called Explordinary, and they make films. And we became friends when they had done a story on me for the Dallas Observer. And so we had lunch because they wanted to hear about the trip. And that just really, we were all very excited about it. And we kind of made this pact that if the opportunity ever came, it would be great to go back and do a documentary on the craftspeople over there that are still doing hand-carved woodwork and pottery and you name it, tonka painting. And we also were able to, so we went back in March of 2020 at the very beginning, and it turned out that no one had any idea what this was all going to turn into. That changed everything. And so, among other things, my partner Jenny and I got stuck out there and had to get flown back by the American Embassy. But Dan and Sarah had a film project, they thought, in London, so they cut off a little bit before we did to go back up to London to do that. But midstream, they ended up going to straight home to Dallas because everything was getting locked down. And during the lockdown, we got locked down in Kathmandu. But at any rate, we got the film footage. We were there for quite a while, almost a month, and we got some really great footage, including some sign painters and the really awesome sign studios that these guys have they're like the size of a closet. And they just have them jam-packed with stuff, and they're in there painting. And so then we got back, and everything went into the same mode. We got back in April, and everything after we quarantined for a couple weeks and did all that stuff, we just kind of just rolled with it and have been since. And yeah, so we've been continuing to work on the building, and we've got a studio with a little, gift shop type deal up front, and then our apartment, and then out back we've got a room that we're working to finish up right now that is going to be meditation and yoga space, and then the area in the back is like the workshop, and that's where we've got the ability to work on some of the old classic car stuff that I get to do and things. And so yeah, that's where we're at. And but yeah, I thought it would be really good to get the show up and running again, and start the conversations again with everybody, of where we were before and where we are now and where we all go from here. And that's the plan. So got lots of interesting topics and guests I'm working on lining up right now. And if any of you know of anyone that would be a good, interesting person for me to talk to on the show, I'd really appreciate that if you sent me a message and let me know about them. And yeah, so I hope you all are doing well and have hung in there, and it's been an extremely challenging year for everybody. And I think the important thing is to stay positive, and regardless of the challenges that you're facing in your particular area or life, we'll all get through this. And I think it there's something positive that we can all take from it, no matter how challenging things have been. So, yeah, so that's it, and I just thought I'd do a quick little reintroduction episode just to get things back on track. And, yeah, just going to keep doing these and getting some conversations, and that's it. And now, as is the typical case, we're going to play an Arhoolie song from Arhoolie Records and their catalog. But before that, let's see, I guess I should probably talk about what's been on my iPod. Wait, wow. iTunes, yeah. And I'm not even listening to iTunes anymore. It's all Spotify. So anyways, the earlier episodes, it kind of just became this thing where I'd ask guests what they were listening to on their iTunes. And I imagine that's now probably rolling into Spotify for a lot of people. But let's see. So, still listening to Van Morrison a lot when I'm in design mode in the studio, because that kind of puts me in a chill mood. As far as new discoveries, Jenny turned me on to Krishna Das, who I had been exposed to in recent years several times, and just never really stuck. And then been listening to him. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. As far as new, I don't know. I'm mainly doing playlists right now where I kind of like to go to the artist. So like yesterday I was listening to The Who radio, and so it's on Spotify. It's like that you pick that artist, and then they have all this other stuff mixed in, which is a similar genre. So I've been doing a lot of that, jumping around. Haven't been really listening to any specific new artists, I don't think, that I can recall at the moment. But yeah, so there we go. And here's a sweet jam from Arhoolie Records.
Okay, Hepcats. This is the part of the show where we play a song from the Arhoolie archive, so pay attention. You can get these tunes from the legendary Arhoolie Records at arhoolie.com. Now sit back, open up some One Shot, crank up the volume, and expand your minds, babies.
The moon is rising and the sun is sinking low. Yeah, the moon is rising and the sun is sinking low. I'm gonna find my baby if it takes all night and day. Moon is rising, mama, and the sun is sinking low. Sitting on the third floor, baby, looking out my window. The moon is rising and the sun is sinking low. Right here in Chicago, baby. Well, look at the tears, people. Look at the tears roll down my cheek. that's what you please. You know I love my baby. Don't care what she do. You know crying ain't gonna help her. No, darling, crying ain't gonna help you. You know crying ain't gonna help you, my little girl. 'Cause you've been so mean to me. Yes, she really have. You know how it feels, ladies and gentlemen, to be hurt, don't you? When it's someone that you really love, you know. Get a girl all my money. Bought a home, a big Cadillac and everything. But yeah, I still got to mess around. You know what I mean? Hello, baby. So you finally made up your mind to call me. Hello, my darling. You finally made up your mind to call me. I know you was running around with your new lover. Anyone done the thing that I done for you? Yeah, I want to tell you, yeah, yeah. You left me like a lonely boy. Yeah, you took all my money and my love, and yeah, yeah. And you mess me around. If you wanna be with me, my darling, why don't you please tell me what you're gonna do? Tell me right now, honey, before I hang up on you. All right. Lord have mercy. Hurry up, darling. Ain't got but 3 more minutes now. You 3 minutes, baby, to make me your mind. Don't know what you're gonna do. 'Cause it's getting dark and the moon is going down again. Yeah, my baby finally came through. That's like I really know that she would. Yeah, my baby, she came through. Just like I know that she would. Now the sun can go on down, and I don't have to worry about a thing.